Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. It is April 13, 2023. Hang on. There's the disclaimer. Everybody see it? This is what the police are supposed to do. Not raid a club with a bunch of trafficking victims. Or, give the police report right to the offender. And these guys use technology, voyeurism, hacking, cloning phones, hacking, computers, send out emails from your accounts, block emails from your accounts, and so forth. So, these people that, know what's in my bank account, so whatever job this is or whoever it's for can't pay me right now. It's a need to know. So I'm expected to work and make money. They have an accountant keeping track of every penny Mr. Perry takes from me. And he says he's taking a lot. I'll get into that in a minute. We're going to look at this too. Do you see this, Mr. Perry? Any other victims know beforehand all this kind of stuff? You have a plan. You had a plan. We have a witness that said that ever since he's known you, you're a sex weirdo. You absolutely have no control over yourself at all. And that you have trolled women for years, decades. And that you put hidden cameras in their home when they're not there. And you sell watch time on the dark web. You get them fired from their job. You make sure they don't find another job. You'll spoof websites if they try to go on, apply online for, say Target, for example, or Walgreens or anywhere. You spoof the account, and so all they're doing is filling out a form on your website. And so they can't figure out why they never get a call back and they can't get a job all of a sudden. Nice, happy home. Nice, stable home. There's kids. You find divorced women with kids, he said, is your MO. And you're a sex sadist. You're dysfunctional. You like hurting people. You feel some sort of sick thrill hurting people. And causing problems for them. So, and tormenting. So, they can't find another job. And they start getting distant from the family. The family's getting tired of them asking for money. You cut off all their family from them. You isolate them. You alienate them from their family, their systems of support. And then you have the ex, they lose their home. Then you have the ex take the kids away, or in my case, it was my parents. One kid. And you begin to completely degrade and destroy their whole life. You destroy their finances, their financial stability. You destroy their friendships, their relationships with their loved ones. You alienate the kids. And then they're easier to traffic. You take their personal documents. You sell them. You're raking it in while you're starving them to death. But it's different when you did it to me. All of a sudden you started getting caught. Didn't you? So we knew your plan. You sold me to some realtor in Houston. And you've taken my social security card and my birth certificate. And I was told before, that's documented. It's on the court docket. You got caught when you do it to me. It's different when you do it to me. This is not even working out for you. So, what he'll do is, what his plan was, is to have me sold to some guy in Houston who's a realtor. That guy has been told more than once, quit imagining a life with her. It's not going to happen. Mr. Perry took half the money up front. He is very, very, very desperate right now to deliver so he can get the other half. Then he's going to make me sign a letter of an apology and an affidavit he wrote. It is not my words, it is his. I'm telling the truth now, or he wouldn't be trying to starve me until I lie. Literally starving me until I lie. Literally making it where I can't make money. Whatever job I apply for, never get a call back. I'm overly qualified for a lot of those jobs. High school kids do the job. I'm also in college. I'm in my third year of criminal justice college. I have a 3.59 GPA. I've taken criminal law. I made an A. I'm in the middle of criminal procedure. I have an A. I'm about done with it. I was raised in the home of law enforcement. 4 generations. I had a political consulting business Mr. Perry ruined. I'm a victim, but I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor. He's a job. I was sent to Lubbock to get him elected so undercovers could get to him easier. It's a lot easier to get to a guy who's braggy and out mingling with the public, trying to get elected as a state representative, than it is to go in and pretend you need your taxes. Mr. Perry is a boring little accountant. It's a lot easier to do that than to go in and pretend you need your taxes done. In the process of this, there are 40 cops after him, protecting me, and a very big God that we all pray to, most of us, every day, sometimes a whole damn day long. You've tried to kill me over and over and over, and I'm still here. Sometimes only God could do that. They couldn't get to me. There's no way. They get pretty much what you guys say and do all day long, every day. But for a few times, it's about 98%. So, what his plan was, is to have me arrested. He says he has a search warrant. Mr. Perry himself, I'll type in my phone, I've got a search warrant. For what? What do you want to search? What do you have? You're a citizen. What do you have a search warrant for? And then, because I'm talking, you don't like me talking. That's what we heard. He's really wanting to shut her up and use her example for the other victims. The intimidate, threaten, harass other victims by doing stuff to her, and then look what we're doing to her. We'll do it to you too if you don't do what we tell you. And so he has me sold to some realtor in Texas. I found out before. I'd like to know any other victim that found out before they were trafficked that they were trafficked, and to who. Name one. You're just not getting it. You're really not getting it, Mr. Perry. So he was gonna have me arrested, make me under extreme duress, sign his lie, which means I'm telling the truth now. Somebody said that over, Mr. Perry. It's been said by other people over and over and over and over. Anybody can see he's putting her in great duress. Anybody can see that. So if all of a sudden now she changes her story, we're going to know he made her lie. We're not stupid. He is, but the rest of us are not. When he forced me, then he wanted my whole family to do some sort of ridiculous intervention, try to talk me into being trafficked and sign your lie through intimidation, false imprisonment. Because I've not committed a crime. There's no crime, right? I've not done anything illegal. And deliver me to his client, and take the money, and in about a week kill me, and then run for governor. Once I'm dead, he thinks this won't pop up again. Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease causes paranoia, delusion, psychosis, hallucinations. The man literally sees things that aren't there. He's diagnosed nutbag and impaired cognitive reasoning. He can't think past, cause and effect. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. Nothing else has happened in all these years but that. You don't have a real love life. You don't have a date. You don't have a cover-up. The more you chase that lie, the more the truth comes out. It's just, anybody can look at it and see it. Anybody can look at it and see it. There's more I told you so's than I can. We always get the information before, pretty much. We'll say something about it before. So everybody's kind of going, well, who does he think he's fooling? She has all this before. What the fuck is she supposed to lie about? You're just not all there. Literally diagnosed, not all there. There's been a lot of cops starting in 2015, two of them came into my club and said, "Here's what he's trying to do. He wants us to just find a way to arrest you. You took him to court, tried to get a protective order on stalking. He didn't like that. You caught him. He didn't like that. He wants you put in jail to shut you up." Well, I told him we're just not into that. But he'll find a schmuck that is. There's been countless times you guys were recorded talking about having me pulled over. Just have her pulled over. Take my taillight out. My guys call me at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go look at your car. You had your taillight taken out. The guys that did actually came and talked to me about it later that night at work. Tried to figure out who told me. You called all day long trying to figure out who told me. You had 6 years in a strip club. You could have maybe tried to get me to slip up. But the thing is, Mr. Perry asked me every day, who are my leaks? Who's telling on me? Which means we're right. You don't ask a question if we're wrong. Not like that. Not that question. So you don't need a lie if you already have the lie. You only need a lie when the truth is inconvenient. So, we've got all this here. So much evidence just piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up of some very serious criminal activity, organized crime. Very, very serious. We've got names of his people involved. One of them is named Calvin, and we understand he's bald and fat. Lucius, Geppetto, who is a witch, Sanjay, a hacker, Beverly, Kate, Blankenship, Desiree, Andrew, Jeremy, Brian, James, Ruben, Richard, Dickie. These are all people that are working for you or with you, right? I mean, I'm not. That's it. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's been more than one officer complain that you keep calling, wanting them to pull me over, and they don't want to do it. One of them said, because he hacked my phone, for a while they were using my Dasher app. Sometimes it's just flat out GPS'd. He said, when she blows by here, I'll have to go to the bathroom. She's the one that helped that cop, Mike Neely, lost her butt helping him. And so when she blows by here, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. So how would he know when I was going to blow by there? Sir, you can talk to the police on the phone, Charles. You can talk to any policeman from anywhere on the fucking phone, can you not? Who's your leaks? I'll never help you. I am never going to help you. You have asked me every fucking day for years, who told you, who's leaking? And I have never helped you. Why in the fuck would I do that? That right there speaks to his delusion that he would continue day after day asking me, thinking I might tell. Why in the fuck would I do that? If I did not accidentally slip up in a strip club when you had all your guys coming in there trying to hint at it and try to, is it this, is it that? I didn't accidentally slip up one time in 6 years. Then I went back and it was like 6 weeks. Again, not one slip up. Accidentally. Why in the fuck do you think I would help you on purpose continue to ruin my life and try to use my family to help traffic me? So, any other victim know they're trafficked before? Any other victim know they're going to be pulled over before? Any other victim naming your people? You got code words. Papa John's means to deliver the victim to the buyer. Muffin Man. Who the fuck is Muffin Man? That's somebody's nickname. We've had 2 or 3 people say that's the governor. Is it the governor? Is he involved? Or was that a misinformation? We've had your Hansel and Gretel is when you coax somebody to go to a location where you're going to do something horrible to them. Ratatouille is get somebody to take them to dinner and get XYZ personal information that's none of your business. Rapunzel is coercing. You finally coerced her into it. Right? Rapunzel let down her hair. And somebody said this about me. This Rapunzel isn't going to let her hair down. She'll choke him with it. You're not paying attention if you can't figure that out by now. Uh, I want to know one more, any other victim, one time, date and time and name of any other time that somebody had all this beforehand, sir. So there was a big argument about it this morning, and I guess somebody said to one of them, go into court and say she's psychic. Do that. You don't want to admit you have a police investigation on you. You guys have come up with every bullshit thing. There's no possible. I mean, come on. You got a diagnosed nutbag. Go into court and say she's psychic. Okay, that doesn't explain the Fabian puzzle for sure. Psychic to that to me. So we have this. He's got Huntington's disease. He's got delusional erotomania. What were you and your that's my family, sir. They're cops. That's Captain, the late L.G. Hall, captain of detectives at Roswell Police Department, Roswell, New Mexico. That's the chief, my granddad. Those are my kids. They were in this magazine. They solved a murder. There was a guy murdered at a gas station in Roswell, New Mexico. They solved that murder. It was in this magazine. Startling Detective. That's my family. All we heard about all the time. This is my granddad with me. He put his hand on my shoulder and never took it off. So, that's who I want to be like. This is all my political consulting stuff that I did. Not all of it, some of it. So, this is my shrink. What you've got with Charles is he wants to hurt you. And you want to try to ignore as much as you can, but what you've got with him is he'll... Right here. The problem is they can escalate more than you can ignore, and that's what you've got with Charles. He put me in jail. Now he's trying to do it again. Yeah, false bullshit. You sit around and think up a bunch of crap that's not even real. This one was a guy that came into my club where I work. These people come where I am. I left Lubbock in 2013, and then I had to get away from Mr. Perry, and then I had to move again from Dallas area. It makes my life unbearable. Look right there. He comes into my work, just sleep with him. And I'm like, ew, you'll be $5,000 richer. That's solicitation and prostitution right there. This guy came where I am. I don't go where he is. And then down here at somewhere, he tells me I could ruin him politically. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want him to leave me alone. My part was supposed to be done once you were elected. You've drugged this on and on and on and on and on. Right here. Politically, it won't do a damn thing. Politically, you could ruin him. I'm like, what? Which one is it? It wouldn't do a damn thing, or I could ruin him? Which one? I mean, it kind of contradicts right there. And then he says, what? I said, what? And he says, politically, you could ruin him. What do I say? Don't give a shit. All I want him to do is for him to leave me alone. That's it. You wouldn't be in the situation now that you're in had you done that. You stupid fuck. So, criminals are stupid or they wouldn't be criminals. That conversation can be... You can hear the whole thing right here. This guy told me he was my caretaker. What the fuck is that even, a caretaker?
Okay, but who told you I'm his girlfriend? But I'm not his girlfriend.
Walks in, tells me your husband sent me. And I'm like, what? I don't have a husband, so I think you got the wrong girl. No, your husband sent me. Yeah, I'm not married, so I don't... Who sent you? I mean, I think you got the wrong girl. What's she look like? What does she look like? No, you're her, the senator from Texas. Oh my God. Wow. I flip on my recorder and then I gotta keep him talking. I gotta get him to say it again. I got pretty fucking close. I didn't get him to say it exactly, but I got pretty fucking close. He asked me 3 times in this conversation if I was wearing a wire. 3 times. If I was wearing a wire. Right here. I can't get into right now. You might have a wire on. Alright. Now you want to go out to Sensations tonight and do a raid and have me false arrested and rip my ass off the stage and handcuff me and haul me off and get my family all to say, you need to go be trafficked and murdered. You need to go. You think you're going to do that, really? You think I wouldn't know that you made them do that to me? You think I won't know? If I know all this other stuff before you do it, you think I wouldn't know? And I have to sign your bullshit letter that you wrote? They're not my words, they're your words. I'm telling the truth now, or you wouldn't need me to lie. And any of the victim know that you got paperwork like that to sign before? I mean, it's not like you've already done the arrest, and it's not like you've sat me down and here's the paper, you're gonna sign it, or else you can sit in jail and rot. If you sign it, I'll get you out and we'll take you to Houston. You can have a nice little house while you suck that guy's dick you don't know or like. Huh? And get your realtor's license. I will tell you what, if I had to do that, I would fail the realtor's license test on purpose. I would do it on fucking purpose. I am not going to do what you guys want. I will not do it. I'm fucking starving to death. I've lived destitute for a long time. Days without food. Eat barely anything. Days without a fucking bath. I mean, I have gone to great sacrifice not to do what you want. And what ends up happening, Mr. Perry kept threatening to get me kicked out of my apartment, and I'm like, if you get me kicked, we're talking in my fucking phone that he hacked. It's not like texting, normal texting. It's like he's typing shit in my phone, and then I gotta type it back in my hacked phone. It's cloned, actually. So the evidence of that would be in his phone, not my phone. Whole fucking conversations. While he goes into court and go, oh no, we're not doing lies under oath, over and over and over and over. 5 years minimum, Mr. Perry, per count. How many are they going to charge you with? How many is he going to get you on? How many counts of grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts with intent to... How many is he going to charge you with? And everybody who helped you do that. Everybody who... He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care. I mean, we heard y'all all day calling all around trying to figure out how I found out about the raid and all that stuff. What I said, Sheriff Reed, is there are trafficked victims in that club. Do you not give a fuck about women who are being trafficked? Oklahoma City Police does. Why don't you? Why don't you? Because the job of law enforcement is to relieve suffering caused by crime. That's the only thing you got to do all day long. There is nothing else required of you but that. And you better not be factually ignorant, because we have stuff that you're gonna do before you do it. So our guys are for sure not. Absolutely not. And the judge that signs their investigatory orders gets irritated at Parker. Because I'm not factually ignorant, that led to the discovery of her being involved, and she is. I've said all this before. I'm repeating myself. Charles, everybody's very, 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 very sick and tired of you having to have things repeated for you. Well, we already said that. Well, I told you so. I already said it. I did say. So we've got all this here. He's literally trying to starve me into a lie. And then if that doesn't work, we'll do that. Get her out there, take her car, do a search warrant. He said he has the search warrant. I don't know what for. You got to have probable cause. What's the crime? Yeah. Okay, club. We did that already once before, remember? We got caught on that. Club raid, second false arrest, family intervention. They were trying to do this all. They did it. They tried it last Thursday night, and I didn't go. Now here we are again, another Thursday night. I can't go to work. Every penny it cost me, they're keeping track of that. They're keeping track of it. I shouldn't be in a situation where I have nowhere to live, no car to drive, no food, ever. I'm very smart. I can work. You're corroborating the witness. That's all you're doing. Giving us another I told you so. This right here. What does this say? What my guy said in March 2020 and again in July 2022 is her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. She's not to be broke even one more day. So he starts threatening to take my apartment away. I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment. He did, by the way. He tried once during COVID. And then they tried again once COVID moratorium was lifted. And my guys recorded him talking to my landlord. My landlord actually said, "How many people have you gotten kicked out of their homes? Like, you're acting like this is just something you just do. No, don't give any shits about it." And he seemed disturbed by that. See, here's the thing. You're not disturbed by what disturbs everybody else. Everybody else is horrified. Absolutely horrified by you. That's why we can get information and you can't. Nobody. You guys have called and called. Is it you? Is it you? Did y'all ask Rupert Murdoch if he knows what 12 reporters are involved in this? On and on. I mean, we're here all day long today. I swear to God, I didn't tell. I swear to God, it wasn't me. I was walking out back in the backyard. Maybe somebody's back there. We heard you all day. All right, trying to figure out who's helping me. It's a need to know, and you're not in the need to know, so you don't get to know. I'm not told who the leaks are, and I wouldn't help you if I was. What I told him is I said, I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment. I'm going to get you kicked out of your apartment. I said, if you do that, they'll decide if they're going to even let you. If they let you, they're going to use it in your criminal case against you. And what's going to happen is every time you cause a problem for me, it pisses people off. We get so much intel we don't even know what to do with it. The intel comes in a whole lot easier the more nasty you get to be. And I said that. You're going to get me kicked out of my apartment, you're going to pay for that. See, every time we get a recording, then all that goes into court. Your attorneys, if I put it out, your attorney's got to look through that. And you got to pay them billable hours. And then when you go to criminal trial, then your criminal attorney's going to have to go through all of that, years and years and years of this, figure out how we got it, and try to get it suppressed. Each and every one. Each and every one. I told you it's going to cost you. You pay for it when you fuck with me. It's just that you're delusional. You think you have a choice when he said that, don't you? When he said Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded even one more day by anybody at all. You don't contact her or her family in any form, directly or indirectly, ever again. And she is not to spend one more day broke. You've been billed. You're trying to get me to take your Bioline bait. You know, we got this house in Houston for you. Sure. And how many dicks do I have to suck to live there? And that's what trafficking is. I'm sorry to be vulgar. That's what it is. And you and him going to share me? You know, he'll have me like a week and then I'll be dead. Find me dead in the bathtub or something. Well, she killed herself. She felt so bad, and the apology letter and all that. And she just, it'd be a drugging like you always do. That's your thing. That's your method of death. Is drugs and poison. What's the preferred poison of a snake? Right? What's the preferred weapon of a snake? Is poison. Isn't that what they say in Hunger Games? You're fucking President Snow. You're fucking President Snow. I want for you not to contact me anymore. Every time you do, we find out more because I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I would. Didn't ask you, did I? What I said is if you'd carry out this threat to get me kicked out of my apartment, you're going to pay for it. Okay? If the longer you're here in my life, imposing and forcing yourself on me and trying to force me to lie and putting unbearable pressure on me and planning one problem after another all fucking day, every day, and tormenting and torturing and threatening and harassing any contact at all. Sir, I hate it. It's gross. You are gross. And in all these years, not once has that gotten you a date or your lie. The more you chase that lie, the more truth we get. What it gets for you and for us, every time you contact me, every minute my privacy is invaded, and every day that I'm broke, is that right there. I know before any of the victim know they were trafficked and who to before, or about a club raid, or a false arrest, or a search warrant. The search warrant you told us about. You have it. Before, not after. Right here. Great detail. Very specific. When you contact me, that's what we get. That's how you pay for it. Right now. There is no date. There's no real love life. You're a delusional, certified, diagnosed nutbag whack job. And it's embarrassing to me. Right here. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And that was in August of 2019. And boy, howdy, you have tried very hard to get my car. You've taken more than one. This is one for false arrest number 1. I said it months before you did it. We get it before, sir, not after. They record you talking about it. You're a dumb son of a bitch. I don't even know what to say. There's the, we can't get her kicked out on non-payment, so we can't take her money and make sure she can't find a job, like the witness said, and get her kicked out that way because of the COVID moratorium. So let's try smoking. And that was on the 9th. See the date there? Dates and times are very significant in this case. The 15th, sure shit, what'd she do? Call me about smoking. Yeah. And then the landlord said, I can't get her on, I can't do anything about the smoking because I failed to provide a safe environment for her to go outside and smoke. So she smoked inside sometimes, and that's my own fault. I flat told him, I have a stalker. You're not to talk to him. Here's my card that says I have a protected address. He's not supposed to know where I live. So if you're talking to him, and I have the legal right to privacy on my financial matters, including this. And she looked me in the eye and said, we don't talk to anybody about people who live here except your emergency contact and only when there's an emergency. I promise you, he will not know you're here. Yeah, lied to me, didn't she? This is your Hansel and Gretel. How did you know we coaxed Mike to go to Pensacola so we could kill him? And since he didn't die, and you didn't die of the arsenic poisoning, we just found a way to false arrest both of you. But I find out before 9 times out of 10, 98% of the time. We don't get all of it, but we get 98%. And you know that. So every time you contact me, sir, we get more of that. This is a recording of somebody. Point out for me the marks on him that looks like he was in a fight. Beat somebody back and forth so hard their head came off their body. We got this because you contacted me. I'm broke. And you're invading my privacy. We found out Mike Neely was drugged before anybody else said it. March 2020. It wasn't long after this that he said, I'm going to tell you, because you start offering me bribes. I'm going to tell you what, you sick little bitch. No on the BioLi money. There's a legitimate debt owed here. $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, pretending, that's your love life. $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, and you're making a profit too. Okay, I'm not a reality show. I'm not. The witness said, Mr. Perry enjoys getting women hysterical, and so he can go rub one out. He's a sex sadist. He's really sick. And I'm glad finally somebody's getting him. I'm sick of sleeping with one eye opened. He's a disturbed depraved piece of trash. About fucking time somebody got him. This is in May. It says he was treated with depositions weren't taken till May. He was treated with Narcan for opioid overdose. You can't beat someone back and forth, their head back and forth, like a car crash, the ME said. So hard it causes internal decapitation and they die and look like that, certainly while you're on, unconscious from opioid overdose. Okay, you know how we found that out? When you contact me at all, when you invade my privacy, every day I'm broke, everybody on my team gets really angry. They're horrified. They're pissed off. You don't do shit like that. And so everybody works double time. Leaks get pissed off and they start talking. People rant when they're mad. And so we get it before, not after. We get it before, not after. We find out before, not after. We always, 98% of the time we find out before, not after. Do you not understand what those words mean? Do you not understand what before and after means, Mr. Perry? It's been that way for years. Look, this letter was dated. This was the first that you know of. I don't type it all up. I don't have time. Your attorney's going to have to go through all of that and then see what maybe he could suppress, if any. Each and every one. Each and every one of these emails that goes to a recording. And all day long, calling people. Are you helping her? Have you heard of this woman? Do you know who she is? You really think they're going to tell you the truth on a need to know? They're not going to tell you anything. It's a need to know. The club raid would be for the purpose of stopping crime that the girls are doing. The girls are doing what the sex traffickers are making them do. They're watching what he's doing to me. That's intimidating. How dare you go at them? And me. You like intimidating witnesses, don't you, Charles? Yeah. See, did I psychic that to myself, sir? I got that in jail. What else was in that book? You got the book. You figure it out. You stole it from me. So, every single one of these is a subject line in an email that I typed up from a recording. Every time you contact me, we get another one. Every day I'm broke, we get another one. Every day my privacy is invaded, I get another one. He said she's not to be broke or have to ask for money again. Period. You don't have a choice. It speaks to your delusion that you think you do. I'll never help you, and yet you keep asking for my help. Why would I help you? I've never helped you. It speaks to your delusion. You keep asking me who your leaks are. I've never given you that information. I don't have it, and I wouldn't help you if I did. We all want for you to be gone. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick of y'all. Everybody's sick of the drama and the problems and the hardships and the suffering and the cruelty. Everybody's sick of it. And so we get another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then y'all all run around. How'd she know? How'd she find out about that? And start making your phone calls. Is it your police department? Is it your police department? Yep. Over and over. It's the same old, day after day after day. These are your people, right? Look at that. Hunker down. Hunker down. We want to take her computer in her car. When we pulled over, get her computer in her car. I should have taken that before I had her kicked out of that hotel. Yep. Every day, it's the same old thing, Mr. Perry. We got to get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. Right here. We have it in Tulsa. We have been trying to get out for well over a year. We need her back in Texas so we can do a whole lot more to her. I came here to be with my family and get away from you. Nobody invited you here. This is my card right here that my landlord had a copy of it. I gave it to him and I said, you need to have a copy of this It's very important you keep my information confidential. The banks have privacy laws. Landlords have privacy law. Everybody has privacy laws. You forged a marriage license. To get past that, it's a forgery. It's an illegal document. I never signed it. I've never seen it. If you think I signed it, bring me your copy and watch Mr. Perry shit himself. It's a forgery. Lucky Miller asked me about it. Here's all the shit you did to my car. First, you threw a brick at me on the freeway. It missed and hit the asphalt. Didn't hit me in the head. This was murder attempt number 2. Hit the asphalt, jumped up and busted my engine in 2. This is when you took the taillights out. Go out and check your taillights. They want you pulled over. In the middle of the day, I went out and just checked. You don't do that. You just get in your car and you go. He woke me up. Go check him. Hit my car. Hit it again. Hit it again. Hit it again. Put powder in the trunk, like just to let me know you knew you could get in my car. You guys get a key from the dealer usually, don't you? Every car I have. So Judge Kirkendall, you guys went her in her court, and she said it looks to me like you're doing exactly what she talks about in the harassment email. Again, we know it before. What I'd like you to do is leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. And you didn't. So now you're in Parker's court because Kirkendall wouldn't do what you wanted. Is that what happened? What does that say? In 2014, leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. All of these are recordings. Every single one of those. Every single one of those. All of this is an effort. The end result they want is traffic. They want me trafficked. He wants to collect that money. This is the harassment email she was talking about. When I was in jail, everybody told me he's going to send you home, harass the fuck out of you. And then when you talk about it, he's going to claim you're harassing him and he wants you thrown back in jail for talking about it. We've got it. We've always had it. We've talked about this stuff over and over and over and over and over. Yep. I need you to leave her alone for a week or 2 so I can rule out entrapment. You can't control yourself for 5 minutes. There's the oil viscosity emails from, long time. This one is in February. And then that's exactly what my car guy that you supposedly weren't talking to. You weren't talking to my car guy at all. Where's his text? He talks about viscosity, oil viscosity. Remember, that's in February. Why are you asking me about oil viscosity? Right? Why the crazy rant about oil viscosity? All I wanted to know is what kind of oil do I put in my car? It's a little low. It's a simple question. Whatever, He goes on a crazy rant about oil viscosity. And we're like, what the fuck? There it is right there. I showed you the email in February 2022. Here, instead of just telling me what kind, it's 10:20 or 10:30 or whatever, the 5:20. Instead of just texting that right back to me, he goes on a crazy rant about oil viscosity. And I'm like, oh my, and he's like, who's told you that? And I lied. That's some mechanic at work. It was actually a recording of you talking about oil viscosity in my car when you were trying to run the engine. So every day that you do this stuff to me and you put me through this, we get more and more and more and more and more. We got pullovers look at that. Look at how many there are on the pullovers you called in. And the guy's like, he's a whack job, and I'm a police officer, and I'm not putting my name and my reputation on the bad decision of a whack job. I'm not doing it. one of those guys said. He wouldn't do it. He wants her to sign a letter of an apology, yeah. And she knows, yeah. And she said no, yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What's she supposed to lie about anyway? Look at that. That's just a list of them. That's just a motherfucking list of them. And then I got pulled over like 7 times in a couple of weeks. Look, I took a picture. Cop sitting right behind me. They don't like women in Oklahoma. Bunch of misogynists. Alright, so now we got this. When you contact me, we get more. When you invade my privacy, we get more. The longer I'm broke, the more we get. The longer Mike's in jail, the more we get. And we heard you all day trying to figure out how I found out this right here. Calling all over the place. How'd she find it? It's the same thing every day. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So I don't know how many different ways I can explain it. I really don't. Everybody's sick of this. I mean, sick and tired of it. Sick of y'all raping me. Sick of you robbing me blind. Trying to make everybody suffer. And when you do it to me, though, it's different. Name one other victim that has this kind of information before you do it, not after. Name one. And now, you're going to do it again tomorrow? Huh? How much more did you want to give us?
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute? I'm curious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me
You
alone.
all you want.
I don't.
That's okay. I don't care. You
Leave
can
me
tell
alone.
all you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone.
Okay, I said no to the buy a lie money. I said no to the lie. You want to force me and coerce me. Everybody's already made, long ago, Mr. Perry, everybody's already commented on the fact that you put me under great duress and unbearable pressure. And that if I change my story now, you made me lie. They aren't stupid. You are. You are. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. Been that way for years. No other victim has what I have. Or you name one. Name one. What he said in March 2022, that and you didn't listen and you didn't understand the words, so look how much more we got. From right inside your criminal organization, look how much more we got. He said, her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You do not contact her or her family. Not in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what you think. Shut up and get away from me. No one understands why you think I care what you think or why you think I would help you. Nobody understands why you think that. Delusional. You don't contact her or her family ever again. Not in any way, shape, or form. Not directly, not indirectly. Stay the fuck away from her family and her. And she is not to be broke anymore. Get your hands out of her wallet. Because if you don't, we're going to go apeshit on your ass and we're going to get so much evidence, we bury all of you in it. Every time you contact me, we get more. Every day I'm broke, we get more. Every day Mike's in jail, we get more. Every penny you cost me, we get more. Every time you contact me, we get more. I fucking hate it. Now, is that what you want? You don't get a date. You don't have a real love life. You don't get a lie. You get told on, bitch. Every day, all these years. Nothing has come from that but we get more. We find out more. Is that what you want? How stupid can you be?
That's okay.
I don't. This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
a
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you?
She's trying to reason with him. Do you like having a camera stuck in your face? And he talks. Then he goes, "Well, I'm your stalker. I got pictures of you." Yeah. And then he threatens to get them. I'm gonna get you. I hear that every day. Every time you contact me, we find out more. Nothing else has come from what you do but that. Every day I'm broke, we find out more. You are horrifying people. Absolutely horrifying people with what you're putting me through.
This make?
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. Don't stop me.
All you want.
I don't want. I don't.
about
Don't
that?
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I
No,
moved.
no. Just talk.
Leave me alone.
No, I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again.
What
I don't ever
happens?
want to hear you.
You sit
Leave
here
me
and talk
alone.
to
Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, "Let me talk to you for 2 minutes." Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Jeff got been raping you since.
I don't. Don't stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk.
Leave me
No,
alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I
What
don't.
about
Stop
that?
stalking me.